Hello everyone, welcome back to Nicholas Cars. I apologize, the lighting is a bit funny. Actually, looks pretty good right now. But it's been a strange, cloudy week, and it's weird weather, but it's still nice weather. I mean, compared to what it is in some other places. But anyway, this week's subject, and also let me quickly address this new mic thing setup. I had a setup similar to this, and it looks interesting. Got the dead mouse thing on here, and we also have a little keychain here that my brother put here when he filmed the Velocity Dudes video, so stay tuned for that one. And we haven't put anything on that channel in a while, but this blip shift keychain is interesting. I mean, I like it. It's a little check engine light, and so we're gonna have some new shirts in the video. So I'm gonna have at least one cool shirt. We'll have a few cool shirts too. But anyway, let's get right into the video. So the subject of today's video is the Shanghai Auto Show, which is an auto show that happens every year in China. China this year, I guess, had it again, and there are some interesting concept cars. Now, this is not like to say that all Chinese cars are bad or anything, but a lot of the Chinese cars that were at the auto show were very strange, and we're just gonna go over a few of them. But a lot of them seem to be very similar, and of course we've seen plenty of Chinese copycat cars over the years, unfortunately. But some of these ones were more original ideas, but some certainly seem to take inspiration from other vehicles you can buy. Anyway, so I have the photos on my phone right here. On the phone right here, not my phone necessarily, but we're going to get into it right now. First off is the Great Wall, which is a company that's a very interesting name, Chinese company. I don't know why you'd call a brand Great Wall. That'd be like calling a brand here Statue of Liberty, or Capitol Hill, or Cape Canaveral, or not Cape Canaveral really, but some famous location here in America. But anyway, this is a certainly interesting one. According to the article on Car Scoops, they claim it looks a lot like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but as my brother said, it looks to me almost like a bit like a questionably modified Jeep Cherokee. I see Jeep Cherokee in here, I see BMW X7, I see a lot of BMW X7, strangely. I see some Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and it's a very interesting design on the outside. It's got these giant headlights. I don't know if I like them. I don't really like them. I admit it's not that bad looking on the outside, but whoa, when you go on the inside, it's got quite the interior. So, looking at the interior, or at least what detail I can find, the steering wheel looks very, very Rolls-Royce. I'll try and put a picture of the Cullinan steering wheel, but that looks very, very Rolls-Royce. The turn signals also look a bit plastic, but I also see a chrome paddle shifter there. It's a strange mix of obnoxious, nice material and rather cheap-looking material. It doesn't look quite Rolls-Royce standards. And it's certainly interesting on the outside. It lacks something. It doesn't have something that the other ones have, but it's also going to have a 3-liter V6, because many of these Chinese cars, for some reason, seem to be very underpowered. But next up, we have the Silk Fa, which is another company with a strange name. That doesn't even sound like a Chinese name, it just sounds like a strange name. But they have the Hongqi, I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong, S9 hypercar with 1,400 horsepower that'll go 248 miles an hour. And actually, I do like the way this car looks. I actually do think it's a good-looking car. I think this is actually a pretty good-looking car. It's an electric hypercar, and I haven't really seen any electric hypercars that are that great yet. But, I mean, it claims 1,400 horsepower with a hybrid system. I think it's electric. But the VP of styling of Silk Fa, which is, as I said, a strange name. He has designed, the stunners such as the Audi R8, Lamborghini Egotista, and Volkswagen Scirocco, which actually I think are all quite good-looking cars. I like the modern Volkswagen Scirocco, surprisingly. I think this is a good-looking car. I just don't really get the name. I'm not sure. I don't know if I really want a car that says Silk Fa on it, just saying. Okay, next up is the Hongqi Silk Fa. These are all seem like in companies that intertwine with each other, but the Hongqi L concept, which is a Chinese limousine with a chandelier and no steering wheel. So, it says, when it comes to Chinese luxury cars, Hongqi is the brand to watch out for. This year's Shanghai Auto Show, they delivered one of their most striking concepts so far. This is the Hongqi L concept, a muscular-sized full-door four-door sedan with a fastback roofline, rear suicide doors, just 3 seats, and a face so shiny you don't need sunglasses to look at it even at night. So, from what appears, the back end looks very interesting to me. It looks like clashing things. The wheels look like that hypercar, actually. It's kind of strange. The taillights, I don't see anything in the taillights that looks like any other car, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. I don't know if this is supposed to be electric, but the exhaust looks interesting. Whatever could be an exhaust. It's got like no rear windshield, so I'm not sure how rear visibility goes. We appear to have like a glass top with like two sunroofs on either side. It appears to be like that. Well, it's the greatest photo I got here. And we have the inside, which is interesting. I'm confused what's going on the inside, because it is actually confusing interior, because we got this weird chandelier thing over here, which doesn't look very good to me, but the seats do look quite comfy. The seats do look good. What confuses me is that we appear to have one smaller seat, one super nice seat, and no passenger seat. And on the left-hand side, we have the driver's seat, and it's also a two different color interior, something I'm not the biggest fan of. So, I don't really like the chandelier. I don't get that. Anyway, next up we have the Wuling Mini EV concept, or Minev, if you want to say it the Russian way. But this is very interesting. It looks like, I know in Top Gear once they called the Toyota IQ a dishwasher. This looks like the epitome of dishwasher, and it's quite interesting. Like, it might be fun to drive around. I don't know how much power it's gonna have. I bet it's not gonna be that powerful. I think it's electric or whatever, but so it should be maybe somewhat quick. It's cute, kind of. I do find it cute, but I also think it's kind of strange, honestly. I don't really see in America. I don't think this would have any appeal. But then again, they do sell the smart car here in America, so interesting. And next up is the company Great Wall. In fact, I forgot to take pictures of it, but I forgot to bring up the picture of it. But they have a four-door like car. I can't really call it a sedan. It looks like the Volkswagen Beetle, called the Punk Cat. I'm not, like, I don't know why they called it Punk Cat. Like, why didn't they call it Beetle or something? Because it looks obviously like a Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know why cat seems to be a thing. Maybe cat's like a good like name for stuff in China, where they name stuff after cats a lot. I don't know if there's an animal we name stuff a lot after here, but it's certainly interesting. I don't really mind the way it looks. It's not that great looking, but Volkswagen's lawyers are already getting involved, so that wasn't a very good idea for them to go up with that. Anyway, next up is the Great Wall, and here this is a this isn't a shocker at this point. The Great Wall Lightning Cat, which is an electric sedan that supposedly looks Porsche, even though from what I can see, it doesn't look that. Doesn't seem to be that much Porsche in it. Sure, it looks a little Porsche, but I mean, I'll put a picture of it on the screen. There was a Macan knockoff, I think. It was far worse. That was like literally an obvious copy. It certainly does have a bit of Porsche in it, though. Next up, we have the Great Wall, which Great Wall seems to be like a company, from as far as I can tell, has several different brands, because they appear to have like a truck brand, like we're going to talk about now. They have this little, like, they have the sedans, they have the weird, like, retro kind of cars, like the Beetle, but, Canon Baja Snake, it's interesting, because I've seen the same thing. This is not just with, like, Chinese vehicles. It's hard, apologies for the lighting going all over the place, but I don't know if you've seen this Jeep Apocalypse 6x6, which is either a Gladiator or a Wrangler converted into a 6x6. But it has the silliest, like, Apocalypse badge on the back. It literally just says in, like, generic font, Apocalypse. And, like, I don't know why you need Apocalypse put in the back. Like, it's a tough-looking truck. You don't need to say Apocalypse on the back. But anyway, it's kind of strange. But this one, the font where it says Baja Snake is very generic compared to, like, Shelby Raptor, which looks very professional. But anyway, it's certainly interesting looking. I'm looking at trying to get a picture of the truck. It could be better, obviously. It's got Toyo tires on it, so interesting. It's like it's a normal looking truck. I don't really have much complaints about it, but it's surprisingly called the Baja Snake. It sounds a lot like a Shelby Raptor. And next up, we have the Audi A6 E-Tron, which I was considering making a separate video about, but never actually did. And the reason why, and I might as well cover it in this video, because I think it was revealed there. At least it was kind of revealed virtually and shown there. It's I think a lot of people have said, from what I've heard, pretty much everyone's opinion of it is that it looks really good. I disagree with that, only because I think it looks like, personally, for me, a lot of the EVs, except for the Model S, the Tesla Model S, Porsche Taycan, and the Kia EV6. Actually, I would seriously consider getting a Kia EV6 as a daily driver, the GT one, which looks like a fun car. I like the way it looks a lot. And I don't know why, to me, that one looks really good. But I just don't like the way this Audi A6 looks. It's just too inflated. Because with electric car, you could make a car technically pretty small and like really go into design. But the same thing with the Mercedes EQS. It looks quite funny. Both of those look like inflated sedans. But a lot of the crossovers look like shrunk crossovers or inflated sedans, which is something I don't like about the design of electric vehicles. But anyway, despite all the strange stuff we had at that auto show, at the Shanghai Auto Show, there was also a Lamborghini SCV12 on display, which was pretty cool. And I'm sure there were plenty of other interesting cars there, which I couldn't cover fully in this video. I'm sure there are some good cars there. I did like that honky S9. I don't know what car I'm talking about when I say that, but the hypercar, because that car does look quite good in my opinion. It looks a lot like Tuatara actually, SSC Tuatara. Hopefully not too much, but anyway, that's it for this video because I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and let me know if you'd like to see any more auto show or car show reviews in the future of some of the interesting stuff. And I will see you next time. Make sure to give it a like, by the way. But anyway, today's topic of video is the battery's dead.